Hey up, Chatter gang. Well, I've had the MG3 just over a year now.
And it's time for an update because he's Colin.
He's Tim, and together we are the Chatter Guys. Come on, let's get showing you. So here's then an update on what it's been like owning the MG3 Hybrid Plus. I've had this for just over a year now. I've gone just over 9,300 miles. And we're going to talk about some of the problems I've experienced, what I love about the car, and discussing if I would recommend it. But just here are some of the facts about the MG3 Hybrid Plus. It's a super mini hatchback with a non-plug-in self-charging hybrid powertrain. It combines a 1.5 litre petrol engine with a 100 kilowatt electric motor and a 1.83 kilowatt hour battery. This offers a hot hatch rivaling 198 brake horsepower combined power output. So I'll just repeat that again, 198 brake horsepower. The insurance on this is pretty high, but that's basically just because of how fast it is. So bear that in mind. It does come in 6 colours. I went with the black because I wanted one of the first ones available when it was released. But if I know now, just because of how hard it is to keep clean, I think I would have gone with the Battersby blue. So this is how it's fared. It looks quite well, don't you think? So I'm going to put up on the screen now some of the features that comes with the SE model. This particular car, what I've got, is the trophy model, and the little bit of extras that you get on that are the rear cross traffic alert, blind spot detection with lane change assist, LED projector highlights, which I'll just show you now, the highlights, LED. They're beauty, lights up really well the road then. You also get leather style upholstery with cloth inserts. I'm going to show you how they've fared over the last year. You get heated front seats and heated steering wheel, and you get a 360 degree camera, which I'm going to show you shortly. Keyless entry with push button start, rain sensing wipers and rear privacy glass. So them are the extras that you get on this trophy edition, as well as all the features obviously that you get on the SE model. The alloy wheels have fared well, there's been no scratches on them. Once again, an accessory from Kazay Smith with my glitter hubcap. No complaints there. In terms of how the interior looks after I've used it for just over a year, let's show you what it looks like inside. It has been accessorised a couple of times thanks to Kazay Smith, but there's also here some mats that I've got from carmats.co.uk. I'll put a link up in the description. Kaz bought me this, Kazay Smith, for my birthday, thank you. But you'll see the actual tidiness of it. Now I have gave it a polish before I filmed this, but it's almost like showroom conditions. And the seats have worn well in the last year. They've still got the firmness. There's no rips, there's no tears. In terms of the front driver's seat, there's no marks on that, that's visible. This is still foamed up really nice and well. No wear or tear anywhere. Really pleased with that. In terms of scratches, these, it said that they were going to scratch really bad, but they aren't done. There's been a few little scratches here with keys probably, but nothing you can see unless you're really looking for it. All in all, I've been very pleased. There's been no faults with any switches or any handles. Not had any mechanical problems or anything like that with any of the switches. It's been really good. I'll just show you the back. Although the back, in all fairness, don't get used at all. The only time we use the back is if we go shopping in Costco. As you can see from the total mileage that I've done in just over a year, it's 9,361, and it's gave me a return of 56.5 miles per the gallon. So I'm well pleased with that. If, for example, I go on a longer journey and I go to Blackpool, sometimes I can get 60 plus on that particular journey. But overall, since I've had it, it's returned 56.5, and I'm really pleased with that because most of my driving that I do is short runs, so I'm really pleased with that. In terms of the software, this has been really good. I've not got it connected to Android Auto right now, but in terms of navigation, I use Android Auto, so I don't really use that. In terms of when I want to use this, I found the climate control has been really good. If you say, for example, you put it on 21, sometimes in summer it can feel still really warm. You've got to turn it really low. I think that thermometer is not quite right how it should be, but you soon get used to it. I find it responsive, I find it really good, it's not laggy at all. In terms of the screen, it has been really good. In terms of this screen, I find it very practical, especially the driver's assist mode there. I find that really good. I find the lane assist really good. I don't find sometimes when you're driving in lane assist, and for example you're coming down a narrow road and there's a car here, unless you put the indicators on, it will start to jerk on the steering wheel as if it don't want you to go into that car. So that's really good from a safety aspect. I've just learned to get along with the lane assist now, to be honest. I know some people prefer to turn it off. I've just got used to it, and I find it really helpful from a safety perspective. I find this very accurate. I've not got the where you can put it on so that it controls the speed towards the speed restrictions. I've not got that turned off. I turn that off. You've got to turn that on if you want it. And I find this very accurate as well, the miles per gallon. I have done a petrol test and that's very accurate. So overall, no complaints whatsoever. This little gauge down here I found really useful. It tells you when you're in EV mode, or in this case it's running on petrol at the moment. It's really good. I've got no complaints whatsoever with regards to this screen or this screen. I find this is perhaps, I've not got my phone with me on me at the moment, otherwise it will connect to Android Auto. This little thing is magic. It saves you having to have any connecting wires in your car. It's available, I think it's £43 on Amazon. I will put a link in the video description if you're interested in that. That just connects wirelessly to your phone. As soon as you get in the car and turn the engine on, your phone automatically connects and you're ready to go on Android Auto. It automatically connects there, so straight away when you go in, start the engine up, it connects to your phone and music starts playing. So that, in that respect, it's really good. As you can see now, it's just switched over to EV mode. And it's dead quiet, really dead quiet. When you're driving in EV mode, you never hear the engine running whatsoever. It's really good. So overall, how it's fared in 12 months has been really good. But now I'm going to take you on a drive, and I'm going to tell you some of the positives that I found with the car and also some of the negatives. And I'll give you my overall opinion at the end as to how I've truly felt with driving this for over a year and just over 9,000 miles.
Colin, can you remind the chatter gang how long you've had this vehicle?
Yep, I've had it just over a year. I got it in May 2024, so it's just coming up to, I've had it for more than a year now. And altogether, I've done 9,362 miles.
So over that time, have there been any problems with it, Colin?
There's been a few negative things. As you know from the last video when I was doing the first initial review, there was a warning sign, an audible beeping warning sign that come on randomly, and it used to be at a really high pitch. It used to frighten us, didn't it?
Did.
And that used to go on for at least a minute or two. It seemed to be a lifetime.
Far too long.
And we didn't understand what this were about. I phoned the dealers, they were going to come back to me, and I think somebody on the channel mentioned it, that it was the navigational warning system, and you just basically go into your sat nav, even though I didn't have my sat nav on at time because I didn't relate it to that because my sat nav weren't on. Not the sat nav in Android Auto, the actual sat nav built into the car. And there's an audible warning in there that will trigger if you're going into an high-built area, if you're going into a accident-prone area, if you're going into a like near a school, things like that, and anything that it thinks is a danger, it'll put this beeping, annoying sound on.
Well, pretty much everywhere I want it, just kept going off all the time.
So as soon as I took that warning thing off, which to be honest, I don't think it should have been on in first place. I think it should have been optional to put it on.
Yeah, not as a default.
But as soon as I turned it off, I've never heard a beeping sound since.
And to be fair, Colin, we had a lot of subscribers write in to thank you because they'd struggled with the same thing. And until they'd seen the video, they'd not been able to find out how to turn it off. Yeah. So you weren't the only one that had that problem by a long way. So
it was definitely a problem that didn't need to be a problem, really.
Mm.
The second annoying thing, which I've got over, is it comes with an iSmart app, what you can put on your phone. And it connects to your phone and it can check the tyre pressures, it checks the fuel level. But you can also preheat it or cool it down in the summer. You can even lock it from external. The problem that I've had is it wouldn't, a lot of times it won't connect to the car, so I just found it useless, really. I did use it once when we were in Blackpool, and you know them sometimes when you go away and you think, have I locked my car, have I not locked my car? And I looked and I could see that it were unlocked, so I was able to lock it externally. So I did find that useful when it actually connected, but a lot of the times it just won't connect to my phone. So I've not been getting on with that. In fact, since I've factory reset my phone, I ain't even bothered putting that app back on, really.
No.
So I haven't felt the benefit of the iSmart. A lot of people that I've seen on different forums and Facebook groups have even had problems pairing it up to the car in the first place. So I don't think that's a good addition to have, to be honest.
No, you better not. They're better not offering it at all, are they? They're not like promising you something that they can't deliver on.
Yeah. So I haven't liked that. And then there is one more thing which I'm probably going to be able to demonstrate to you in as long as there's no congestion on motorway. I'll probably be able to demonstrate it to you. So it's in electric mode at minute. It's a hybrid vehicle, obviously. There's 3 gears in the car, even though it's automatic. So if you're driving in electric and then you go to driving in petrol and you're driving up to a high speed, the engine will give a really loud noise when it's going from electric mode to go into power assist mode to go into full petrol mode, and it's almost like the gears are a bit confused as to where it needs to be, and it's really it puts a really lot of engine noise on, and this can go on for a good couple of minutes until it gets settled down, and then it knows which gear it's in. Now, I did speak to Garage about that when I first got it, and I said, is this normal for it to do this? Is it safe? Because it don't feel like it is. And they said, no, it's practical. It's just how the engine's designed. Don't worry about it. It's not an issue. It's not a problem. It's just the gears getting used to where it needs to be. So now I've gone to petrol mode. I can feel the engine's going up, and I'm going up to 47 now. The speed on the motorway is 60, and I reckon if I go much more now, it's going to confuse the engine as to what gear it needs to be in. It's not going to do it now, I know it's not. I've just heard it now click from going into an high speed gear to go to a low speed gear. So that's perfect when it does that. It's not an issue, but sometimes it can't click on into the next gear, and it seems like you're in the wrong gear, and it does provide a lot of engine noise. But other than that, after a couple of minutes of driving, it does kick in right. So it's nothing to worry about, but it is a little bit of annoying. I don't know if you could hear that just then. Could you hear it?
Yeah, it's a bit like it's revving a bit, isn't it?
It's almost like it gets into high revs, but they've 100% assured me in the garage, but it's nothing to be concerned about.
So is this the same garage that didn't know how to turn off navigation?
Yeah. No, it's how hybrid engines are designed, and in particular this one, it's how it was designed to be, so it's not a fault. Now, when I first come to have its first service, I took it into the mechanic in work and I asked him to do a pre-service check, which was just coming up to its first year anniversary, and he gave it a once over, and he said, to be honest, I weren't expecting this. I was under the impression I was going to find lots of corrosion, lots of problems. He said, but honest to God, Colin, it's almost like you've just got it. I don't know whether you've looked after it well or it's stood up to time, but he said you'll have no problems with this when it goes through service. And there were not. It did pick up no warnings, no faults. And I know it's only a year. You wouldn't expect it to do after a year, but even mechanic was surprised how clean it were and how good it looked. So yeah, I was pleased with that. And to be honest, other than them three things, which is just to recap them again, it's the the navigational audio warning beep, which it's sorted itself out now. The engine over revving when it's going from low speed to high speed, well, it sorts itself out after a minute or two anyway, so it's not an issue. It's just how the car's designed with its hybrid engine. And the iSmart app, which, to be honest, the iSmart app were only practical in winter to preheat it before you got in, so you could put its heated seats on and the heating steering wheel. It don't take that long to get warm anyway when you sit in it, so...
Yeah, but it's nice to get in when it's already warm, isn't it?
Yeah. But other than them, to say that I've had the car all this time, them's the only problems I've had in the car. Everything else has been absolutely brilliant.
And what do you particularly like about it, Colin?
The first thing that I love about it more than anything is the inbuilt safety features in the MG Pilot. So that's just demonstrated it now by a stupid driver cutting into me. So it's got adaptive cruise control as one of the big features. So I'm cruising along the motorway now, and I've put it into 70, and it'll keep it at 70 so long as there's not a car in front. If it gets, so for example, now there's a car in front and it slowed it down to 66, and when that car goes off or I go into the next lane and it's clear, it'll go back up to 70. So basically what I'm trying to say is, if you go on a motorway and you go on a long run, you just put it into 70 and it steers itself, it keeps it into middle lane, it sorts out the acceleration and the braking. It practically drives itself, and I absolutely love it. So that car now has gone into the second lane, it's now creeping back up to 70 and I've not touched anything. I've got my hands on the steering wheel, because if you don't keep your hands on the steering wheel it will tell you, but it's turning for me. I'm not turning now and I can feel it turning for me slightly, but it's keeping it right in central lane. So in terms of practicality and safety, I just love that the MG Pilot, as what they call it. It's also got, in the trophy edition that I've got, it's got blind spot recognition, so you can see on the well, you won't be able to see because I ain't got my camera, but there's a little bit of a like yellow indicator symbol on the wing mirror, and it'll tell you on each side if there's something coming up behind you and it's in your blind spot, it'll tell you that there's something there. So that's really practical. I really like that.
So what about, how many miles per gallon do you get, Colin?
Well, really good. I've had it now, for the amount of time that I've had it, it's constantly around about 55 miles per the gallon.
Very good.
On a really long run, for example, if I'm going to Blackpool, sometimes I've had it at 63 miles per gallon.
Wow.
A lot of my driving that I do is very short distances going to and from work, so it's not getting the full use out of the hybrid. I reckon if I went on longer journeys, I'd even get better than 55 miles per gallon. But I am pleased with that. It's probably about 10 more miles per gallon than what I used to got on my previous car, which I thought were really economical anyway. So I do definitely feel the benefits of the hybrid. I don't seem to be spending as much as what I ever used to do in petrol station. So I do like that aspect about it.
Is there what else you like about it, Col?
There's two features. There's a couple of features that you get in the Trophy Edition again, which is not much more than the SE Edition, but you get automatic windscreen wipers, which are really good. I find that really practical. I like the other aspect of it as well, where the automatic lights come on. This were all new to me when I got the car. But I must say that the reversible camera on this is absolutely amazing. I don't think now that I could go to another car that's not got reversible camera. I'm a good driver with reverse anyway. I never used to have any problems.
Yeah, but you come to rely on it, don't you? A reversing camera.
You do. I don't think I could go back to a car what's not got one now.
Especially this one. It's 360 degrees, isn't it? So you can look down from above on your car, and
it's really clear. I'll give you a demonstration of it now. It's super brilliant. I just wanted to give you a demonstration of the 360 camera and how clear it is. I don't know if you can pick this up on the camera, but it is just ultra clear. It's dead easy to use. You see there, you've got the white diagonal ones, which is going to follow where the car's going, and then you've got your orange things at the back where it's coming close. We've got a fence really close. I'm going into the narrowest of the gap between the fence and the house. It's really, really narrow. There's just enough room for the car, but with the reversing camera, it just makes it a doddle. I was really good at passing my test. Parallel parking had just come in, so I'm really good at reversing anyway, but this just takes all the problems out of reversing. It's really good when you're going into tight squeeze spots. Just no problem at all reversing. It's really, really good. There you go.
So apart from all the bells and whistles and features of the car, Colin, how do you find just driving it day to day?
Really comfortable. It's really, I love it that when you're on really short journeys, most of the time you're in electric mode and it's super quiet. But I also like as well, considering that you've got 192 brake horsepower with a combination of your electric motor and your battery motor and your petrol motor, there's not many cars that can beat it off at mark. I'm not saying I do that, but it doesn't feel like it's slow at all. It's really, really good. It's almost like a super mini. It's just not sluggish when you're setting off. It does feel like especially when you're electric mode, it just seems to whiz along like there's no tomorrow. And it's comfortable to drive as well. Steering's practical. It's just perfect. I don't know how to summarise it up, but it's just perfect. I know, going back to some of these features that you've got, there is a lot of people that don't prefer a lot of the warning things what you've got. So you've got lane departure warning. So for example, if I'm coming up now and there's a car in front of it's stationary, it will put a jerkiness on if I'm moving without putting my indicator on. When you learn to drive with them features on, I find them more practical than annoying. So in terms of driving, really, really good. Like, I've got a little audible thing in front of me that's just pinged then because I was just going over speed limit. So it automatically recognises the speeding from the speeding signs, and if you go over that limit, it'll clear it a little bell. I don't know what's gone wrong here, but it's actually come up saying 80, so it's not perfect, but this is certainly not an 80.
No, it's 40, this is it.
I don't think we've got an 80 at UK, have we?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know where it's read that from. But next time it goes past a 30, it'll drop back below 30. In terms of comfort, I find it really comfortable. When we've got on a really long journey, I know we've took it down to Brighton. I know we stopped off in London, but I never felt tired. How do you find it as a passenger, Tim?
I like it very much. Yeah, it's very comfortable. Nice ride, nice air conditioning. You don't swear as much when you're driving. No. I love it.
No. How do you find to drive it, Tim?
I still don't drive it because it is Colin's baby. And I'd just be mortified if I scraped it or curbed it or, God forbid, crashed it. Oh no, I'd just have to buy him a new car.
Tim, you used to drive a Fiesta, didn't you? And you used to love that Fiesta.
Oh, I love my Fiesta, yes.
I think if you drove this, you would appreciate just how nice this is in comparison to a Fiesta.
I'd have to get my own. I'll be a bit more lenient on myself if what happened to it while I was driving it.
You don't get a lot of bumps in the road. You do get some, I'm not going to lie. It's, after all, you've got to appreciate the value of the car. Nothing's perfect in any car, but I find this 100% practical for a day-to-day runabout, and all the safety features that come with it, and all the mad cons that come with it. For its price, it's just, it really is, in my opinion, for what I've compared it to what's available now on market, this is an absolute bargain. It really is.
And you're not being paid to say that, are you, Colin?
And this is not a sponsored video by anybody. It's not a sponsored bid video by MG. They don't know anything about it. I did try and bargain with them when I tried to upgrade it to an electric vehicle. I said, oh, I can give it lots of reviews on channel, but no, they were not interested. This is definitely 100% not sponsored. I'm just giving my review on what my thoughts are of it. This is all what this is.
So, Colin, I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this one. Would you recommend the MG3?
I would recommend it to anybody that's not got a large family. I would recommend it to anybody really. I should say, if it's your first car, just beware it. It's super powerful. It may be high on insurance, but as a practical car for the majority of the people, I would definitely recommend this for being economical, full of gadgets, cheap to purchase, not the most expensive car, not the most cheapest, but in terms of practicality, I would 100% recommend it. I do wish you had smell-o-vision, because let me tell you, the Yankee Candle is absolutely beautiful. This one is a Midsummer's Nights. In terms of boot spaces, just to give you some aspect, look how practical it is for shopping. So there's one big bag for life there, but as you can see, you probably fit about 6 full-size ones in there. But this is how practical size it is for when you're going on holiday, even for a week holiday. So here we go. Now this is my suitcase. You probably can't get a bigger suitcase than this.
Yeah, that's the one that he just puts all his shoes in. Try again.
1. A normal practical suitcase that Tim takes for a week's holiday.
Yeah, suitcase for a normal person, that.
2. I've got to take another one to put on for my shoes.
Makeup. Puts his makeup in that one.
3. Look at that. Perfect boot size.
So that's the 1 year update for you, Chatter Gang.
If you do like the video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel and don't want to miss out of any of our future videos, then please subscribe, because it will cost you absolutely nought.
Thanks for watching, Chatter Gang. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.